I'm Stuart Sutton. I'm in the Austin, Texas area. I really focus on the suburbs. And I've been in the real estate business for a long time, 38 years and counting. And I started making over $500,000 in real estate back in the 90s and have done so ever since. And have had a big team with up to 50 million plus in volume. My personal volume just with my clients is typically around 22 million on the average. And when he approached me about 18 months ago, I just felt like, well, Nolly, this is good for you and good luck to you. I just had no interest whatsoever. I really appreciated and liked my brokers. I liked the environment. They appreciated and liked me. And I just felt like I was going to be at my previous broker for the rest of my career until I retired. And not only just consistently and courteously followed up with me. And I believed the myths about eXp that other people threw at me, that eXp agents just recruit, they don't sell. So I thought that's great for Nolly, but I sell real estate. That's what I like to do. And one of the things I found out, the truth behind that is that 95% of eXp agents aren't recruiters. They do bring on agents, but only about 5% really focus on recruiting. And the 95% who don't focus on recruiting still make a lot more money. So it's not just recruiting that makes you more money. It's the eXp compensation package as a whole. Another myth that this is one that my own mother actually threw at me because she called eXp a rent-a-broker, thinking that we're a cloud-based company, so we don't actually have assistants on the ground. And that's patently untrue. I have actually never experienced such great support. It's absolutely incredible. I've never experienced the kind of support I get at eXp regarding DAs getting paid from the title companies, regarding all the different paperwork and forms that have to be done being part of the real estate industry. It's absolutely incredible. They act as if we're their customer instead of the other way around, which is what I've experienced at most real estate companies. But through my career, I've kind of made it a practice to know what's going on and really did a little bit of investigation. As I learned more, just a little at a time, I came to the conclusion that this was just not something I could ignore anymore. If you're a top producer in the real estate industry, you have to take a look at what the long term is beyond just a few months. And what I mean by that is it's very easy to say, look, I'm very well treated at my company. I'm on 100%. They give me all these perks. Well, I'll tell you what they don't give you. They don't give you the opportunity to take that big production and that income you're making and multiply it. They don't give you the opportunity to have ownership. They don't give you the opportunity to build residual income. The bottom line is really simple, is that if you stop doing what you're doing, you're not going to be making more money. Now, I've tried this before. I've tried to step out, but my team's production started falling not long after I stepped out. I know many other agents who've experienced the same thing. But at eXp, the residual income continues even when I'm not producing, even when my team's not producing. The residual income continues. And that's something you just cannot ignore. And no, I'm not someone who changes easily. As a matter of fact, it's, well, as you can tell, it took Nolly 18 months. And now I actually tease Nolly that he owes me a lot of money because he should have gotten me over there 18 months ago. But I've been with 3 brokers in my career, one for 22 years, one for 8 years, and the most recent one for 8 years. And I've been very blessed. I still have practices and do a lot of things that my first broker taught me. And my second broker, people of great integrity, run a company here in my market that is respected by everyone. And then the most recent broker, I just think of them more highly than I can even talk about. It's very bittersweet to leave them. But once explaining what I was doing and why I was doing it, as a matter of fact, we still get together since I've left eXp. They're just incredible people. But, and the big but is that as I found out what eXp offered, it just was something I could no longer ignore. The opportunity to create more income and build wealth while doing nothing more than I was currently doing. I mean, let's just put it way down on a very different level. If you can go flip burgers at McDonald's for $10 an hour, or you can go to Burger King and flip burgers and you make $20 an hour, why would you not? I mean, how could you not consider the $20 an hour versus the $10 an hour when you're doing the same thing? And that's really what did it for me. I'm doing the same thing, but I have more income and more wealth being built. Owning part of the company and building wealth by having ownership is something that just is not available anywhere. You just cannot do it anywhere else. I've actually tried to buy into companies that I've been associated with and could not do it. And I don't begrudge them whatsoever. But with eXp, they want you to do that. It's encouraged. It was about 18 months from the time Nolly called me until I decided to move over. And once I put numbers down on paper, just for example, from 18 months ago, I realized that the difference just in 18 months was so substantial, I just couldn't ignore it anymore. When I went back 18 months, I was absolutely shocked at how much money I left on the table. And when I went back 3 years, I was absolutely appalled at how much money I left on the table. I would have, if I'd gone over with Nolly when he started recruiting me 18 months ago, I'd have about $155,000 more in income during that 18-month period. But what really got me was once I went back another year or two, because of stock growth, the numbers went up over $500,000. And when I got through doing that, I picked up the phone and called Nolly. Top producers, the sheer amount of money that they're leaving on the table by being with another broker is unbelievable. I just don't see how you can ignore them. I've never seen a better real estate business model that compensates the people who do the work on the ground, and that's the real estate agents.
So I've been in the real estate business now for the last 12 years. I've owned a real estate brokerage here, small independent brokerage for about 4 years, had a property management company. You know, as a real estate agent, I typically work 70 to 90 hours every single week. And so, you know, I was just looking for a way to scale my business. And, you know, basically when I found, you know, the brokerage I'm with today, about 3.5 years ago, I figured, you know, this was definitely an opportunity. And sure enough, you know, I mean, 3.5 years later, it has completely changed my real estate business and completely changed my life. At this point, the residuals that I earn covers all of my living expenses. And so now all of my real estate commissions that I earn are basically, you know, play money and savings. And I mean, we live in a, you know, nice neighborhood, nice house. We love to travel. Just, it's given us that lifestyle that we've always desired.